I have opened the project we just created in my IDE. Now let's explore the structure. The node modules directory contains the downloaded modules our project uses. Every time we install a new library using npm or yarn, it ends up in here. The public folder contains static files that will be generated during the build process and placed into the build directory. This folder also includes an important file, the index.html. The index file is the page template where our Vue instance will be running. Here we see this div with the ID of app where the Vue app will be attached. Next, the src directory contains our application's code. The components directory is where our components will live. Initially, it comes with a hello world component that displays the list of useful Vue links that we see when we open our application in the browser. Here is where we will place the components that we create. The assets folder is intended for storing various static files that your application will use, such as images and style sheets. The files you place in the assets directory, opposite to the assets in the public directory, will be processed by Webpack. This makes them flexible and will be minified, encoded, cleaned up, and so on when you are building the application for production. So the assets in here are a part of your source code. The app.vue file is the so-called root component and is the Vue component instance that will have all the other components in it. Think of app.vue as the body tag of an HTML page. Currently, app.vue imports the hello world component and displays it in its template along with a Vue.js logo. The app component can also be used to contain global styling for the application. We will learn more about the root component in future lessons. The main.js file is the application's entry file. Here is where we initialize our Vue application instance. Later, when we will be adding more functionality, such as routing, state management, etc., this file will be used for instantiating and connecting the plugins to our Vue application. And that's the overview of the src directory. Next, we have some configuration files. Let's take a look at our package.json. The package.json file holds general information about the project, like the name, the version, and so on. The scripts property is an object of aliases for the commands we can run in the terminal, using yarn or npm run and the name of the command. For example, npm run serve will invoke the Vue CLI to start running the project in the development mode. If your editor supports it, you can run a script directly from here and see what happens. You can always add your own script shortcuts to run specific tasks in your project. Later in package.json, we have the list of the libraries we are using in the project. This one is filled by Vue CLI while creating a new project. Later, when we will add more dependencies by using npm install, packages will be automatically added to the list. The dev dependencies are the packages our project relies on while developing and are not needed when running in production. Besides those, package.json may contain other settings related to the project, such as the repository address, license information, settings of the linter, preferred Node.js version, and so on. You can check out the npm documentation for more information. The root directory also contains other configuration files, like the bubble configuration and the git ignore that tells Git which files to exclude from versioning. There is nothing else you need to know here in order to start coding.